What's up, Korea Blockchain Week? We are here once again in Seoul. This is Eric Spivak from New Friendship Tech and Blockster Media. And we are here with Charlie Hu of, did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. We are here with Charlie from BitLayer, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what they're doing, what to be excited about, what to look forward to, and why they're crushing it literally all over the world with the only true decentralized cryptocurrency in the world. So, Charlie, if you want to introduce yourself and what you guys do, that'd be great. Hold the microphone a little close.
Sure. Yeah, first of all, very nice to be here. Thanks for having me. My name is Charlie, co-founder of BitLayer. One of the key founding members of BitVM Alliance. Have been building BitVM innovation since 2023. We are one of the first Bitcoin project backed by major ETF firm Franklin Templeton, working with major Bitcoin mining pools like Npool, F2 Pool. Launched our mainnet version, new generation Bitcoin bridging solution, BitVM. It's been absolutely phenomenal growth and journey. We've been trying to activate a lot of Bitcoiners to, explore yield opportunities on chain with DeFi. Currently working with 9 different ecosystems, especially 3 in Solana and a few others, trying to bring sustainable long on-chain yield for Bitcoiners. Yeah.
So what does sustainable long-time on-chain yield look like to you guys? Because there's so many promises and so many companies out there that are like, put this in, stake it, and we promise you'll get this percentage APR back or APY back, et cetera, et cetera. So what makes you guys different in the way that you approach staking and yield?
Yeah, so fundamentally, where the yield source come from, right? That's kind of the most important philosophical, fundamental question when you look at all kind of yield opportunities. There's a lot of kind of staking, as you said, right? They give you incentives by giving you their own foundation tokens, governance tokens. There's some solid yield from the delta neutral trading, lending yield, and AMM liquidity provision yield. That's the ones we're currently working on. And obviously, there's every single yield. There's different type of underlying risks, right? No matter it's smart contract risks or counterparty risks. We want to work with the most blue chip, battle tested, DeFi protocols across different ecosystem. But at the end of the day, that's a sweet spot we're looking at, right? If the yield is too small, it's literally less than like 1% from some kind of so-called native staking kind of protocols, the Bitcoiners we're working with, they probably don't bother, right? When the yield is like big promise, as you mentioned, like over 20%, 30%, you're gonna be careful with why they're gonna give you such a big promises, and can they actually deliver over the time? What's the underlying risks, right? So when we look at the market right now, we made a lot of the on-chain analysis. We understand who we are working with. With our BitVM bridge, is also trying to bring additional trust minimized kind of way of bridging, right, to lower down the bridging risks compared to the multi-sig approach. So essentially, what do we build? 2 products, right? The YBDC as a Bitcoin yield-bearing assets. We're seeking a lot of the blue chip DeFi yield from the top lending, top AMM DEXs or other major blue chip protocols from the best of the best layer 1s and layer 2 ecosystem. And yeah, I think that's kind of the key way to keep growing. And our BitVM bridge, we're bringing the revenue stream to the mining pools, right? Hopefully in the future, the mining pool with the Bitcoiners they work with, we can activate some of the Bitcoin they've been sitting in their cold wallet doing nothing in the last 15 years to bring more liquidity, Bitcoin liquidity to the DeFi folks here.
Yeah. So almost in a shorter form for people to understand, a bridge is when you're moving something from A to B, right? You have the bridge in between. And sometimes these bridges become unstable. And what happens is they get hacked or there's malicious attacks that basically intercept, almost like catching a football in between 2 players. They intercept the money, and therefore there is no way of tracking that or pulling it back. So you need strong new systems to basically be reinforced by people like BitLayer to essentially make sure that your transactions are coming through seamlessly, that they are settled properly, that they are transparently done, and they are authenticated and certified. That way you have peace of mind that when you're sending a lump sum of money, especially in the Bitcoin world where 1 Bitcoin is equal to over $110,000 right now, which last year was nowhere close to that or the year before, it's extremely important to have systems and protocols in place to protect the consumers, right? And for the investment side, when he's talking about yields, so there's a lot of these different tokens right now in the world where you can put money in and just let it sit there, and it incurs interest, right? And so it starts to appreciate over time as long as it's staying there. But what people don't think to do is their research, and they don't look behind the scenes and try to find out who's actually the custodian, who's actually holding the money. And right now in banks, we say, not your keys, not your wallet. If your money's in a bank, it's not your money. It's the bank's money, unfortunately. So when we're giving money in the crypto side of things, we want to make sure the people that are holding our money are qualified to do so, can pull it out in a moment's time if they need to. And with the nature of Bitcoin being a scarce asset that by the day is appreciating in value because of the limited amount and supply that exists, it's extremely important to have people like this company and Charlie to be able to provide that level of support and also give you sensible returns on your investment, which generally you can't really find unless it's super, super fishy. So I appreciate I appreciate the methodology and the mindset that you guys have. You got to be forward thinking to really protect and serve, and that's what you're doing. What would you say is one of the most exciting things that you have coming up that you might be at liberty to share? Since you're at a conference right now, you're probably going to be at Token in Singapore as well, and maybe a few more before the end of the year. What's something that you want the world to know about that maybe isn't on your X or social media accounts?
Yeah, just to share some alpha. We haven't officially announced that yet, so unfortunately, probably cannot disclose the names. Yeah. Well, we'll give you some tease. We are officially working with one of the largest United States-based Bitcoin treasury company to be the yield partner for them. Obviously, it's kind of a pilot project to start with, and I think it's a very important, small baby step, but it's an important step to move things forward. The goal is to be kind of the yield partner for a lot of the digital asset companies in the space that actually, buy and hold BTC, and they still need to figure out what kind of yield opportunity for them, right? So that's kind of an interesting start. We have another round of investment news coming up in October. We are, getting some major, you mentioned about custodian, some major OG qualified custodian partner become our investor, and also major Bitcoin whale, personal whale, who also build a lot of the things in the Bitcoin space, personally invested us. So
it's me.
It's him. That's you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Alpha leaked, right? So I think, at the end of the day, most important thing for us, the growth metrics is we want to activate more YBDC as a traction way, adoption-wise, right, to bring solid yield for the Bitcoiners, no matter it's retail, institution, or whales, right, and also even the mining pools we want to work with. The non-standard transaction on the BVM bridge operator, we want to share revenue stream to the mining pools, right? It's also a very important things to actually bring value back to the Bitcoin community, right? In the future, upcoming cycles, where you have multiple halving down the road, Bitcoin miners are getting less and less on the block reward, right? Every 20 minutes. Where are the new revenue stream? They can maintain their security budget, right, and hash rate, which can maintain the security of the Bitcoin network. I think that's the most important thing for the sustainability of Bitcoin. So we want to do that and bring the value to them as well. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, I think a lot of people that don't want to have asset managers and don't want to have other people running their systems and keeping their money in places, and they want to control it themselves, they do need more options of ways to grow their wealth, right? And, Bitcoin dollar cost averaging and breaking up your money automatically to transfer and convert and bridge into crypto is always great. But simultaneously, there really aren't enough systems or solutions out there that provide a great yield. So YBTC with BitLayer seems like one that I'd absolutely trust and value, especially with some of these bigger partnerships that you guys have. And you guys have been around for a while too. It's not like you're brand new, just like Bitcoin's been around for a while. So I really appreciate the efforts and impact that you had on the space, and continue to keep growing and pushing things forward. If there's anything else you want to leave the audience with, feel free to do so now.
Yeah, it's amazing to be in the journey and provide value for the Bitcoin communities. BitLayer here to stay for the long run. We have a lot to-do list still remains to be finished and deliver. Looking forward to engage a lot of Bitcoin partners, developers, and it's a very early stage of Bitcoin ecosystem, and I think very looking forward to the next 2 years. Yeah.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. Follow BitLayer, follow Charlie, follow Eric Spivak, New Friendship Tech, Blockster Media, and we are out. Thanks again, Korea Blockchain Week. Peace.